this one's done good.
How long has this been sitting?
Since last time that has been started.
What's the plate on it? And then you can
That's a
tell.
good idea.
What's the plate number? Can you see it?
2003.
2003.
In the shop today is a very fine example of a single-cylinder BMW. This is a 1958 R26. It has been parked for many years. It is in the shop today to be put back on the road. So we will be changing the oil and replacing the tires due to age. And hopefully having it done by the end of the day and putting a couple miles on it. Unfortunately, I had this fantasy that this was stored properly and the fuel was drained out. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Someday, is my prediction, someday you'll be able to get smells on the internet. But anyway, this fuel stinks. That's probably the clean shit that was in the frickin' pump. Well, it's got some yellowness to it. It's always hard to judge when it's flowing. You gotta really look at it when it's fucking sitting and settled. So anyway, we're gonna have to drain that, drain the carb, and go from there. Fortunately, when this bike was parked, the carburetor was drained, so I suspect the fuel tank was filled to prevent corrosion. And the reason that it had 3/4 of a tank now is that 10 years later, 10 years of evaporation has removed 1/4 of a tank of fuel. So now we are putting fresh fuel in. Our oil has been changed, and we should be able to start this very soon. Getting slightly ahead of myself here. We do need to replace the battery. We have a nice new Westco 6-volt battery. The battery is located here opposite the airbox on these. There is a special key. It is square. If you don't have the key, make something like that. You could probably even do that, get that open with an Allen wrench. Anyway, insert it. Oh. Push in hard and unscrew it. This one was less than pleasant due to age, so I can imagine what one's going to be like sitting outside. Anyway, finally got it to turn. Of course, took a little paint with it, as you can see, but that's unavoidable since this whole collar turns. Come on. Come on. No, you gotta let it come out. You gotta pull on it, actually. There we go. Now that whole half of this clamshell opens up gently. Some fine 70s era carpeting in here. Take that. As you see, if you try to take these screws off to access that cover, not going to happen. They're just nuts on the back. They're going to turn. So here you are. This is your battery. You're going to pull on the strap, push the strap off from the bottom. It just hooks into those two metal tabs here. And that's it. So we're going to remove this. This whole little tray will come out. Special. Alright, so the last time this vehicle was registered was November, well, it expired November 2003. So you hold the little plunger down until it pisses fuel out. Yep. Yay, there we go. We're clamped in, so less likely that I'm going to fall in. There's no passenger pegs on this, so kind of had a little awkward position. You turn the throttle until you finally feel that it's doing something, which is here. All of this is free play. So now we're there, you're gonna crack it just a smidge. You'll feel one notch in the gear. That's enough. Arm it again.
A puff of soot.
There we go.
Pop the doors open. Sounds good.
Adjusted the valves on this R26. That won't start without throttle. You need to crack it 1/8 of a turn. Going up the street first. Apparently it runs good enough to continue the road test.
Thank you for watching and supporting my video work through PayPal and Patreon.